It's Michelle again from Unnata Aerial Yoga, and I'm here with my follow-up video on how to prepare your equipment for our Restorative Unnata Aerial Yoga workshop, which is coming up soon. So we had previously, in a previous video, talked about the size of the bolster to use, or if you're not using a bolster, the size of the blankets, rolled up blankets that you're going to be using. So this video, I want to share a tip on how to get it into the hammock, where to place it in the hammock. First of all, the blankets are fairly easy to get in there because they're not necessarily as wide, and so it's pretty easy to just open up with your hand, slide it in, and place it in. We're going to have the blankets in lengthwise, like how you see how I have along the length of my mat, and that's the length of the hammock as well. So that's how we're going to be putting them in. You want to put them in basically in the middle so that you have approximately, although if it's not perfect, it'll be okay, approximately the same extra amount of hammock on the one side as on the other. The thing with the blankets that you just want to pay attention to is, you see how this unrolls, right? You want to pay attention to exactly where this sort of edge bit is. And that's, you just don't necessarily want it right on top so that it might like unfold or unroll on you. You can have that down in the bottom of the hammock. The bolster is a little trickier to get in there, although not crazy amount. This one is very wide, and so I'm going to actually slide it in where it's as thin as possible when I put it into the hammock. And that way it's a little easier to get it in, approximately halfway in. Let's see how well I did with that. Ta-da! Oh, I have a little too much fabric on that other side. So, not so hard for me to just slide it in a little deeper. And then I've got a bit more even. Once I've got that, I'm not going to leave it that way because that would be almost unusable to have it so tall. So once it's in the position where I want it, then I just twist it and put it to flatten it out again. And here's the thing, with these wide bolsters, if I put it in that way, it's actually a lot harder to figure it out and to slide it around. It's a lot easier if you have it thinner to push it into place, which is why I recommend that you do it that way. Okay, well, you're all ready. Let's go ahead and see you at that Restorative Unnata Aerial Yoga workshop.